fuck out of the way.
What are you doing on there, Josh Jordan?
Oh, we rolling?
Yeah.
What's today? October 14th. October 14th. Shit, it is 9:58 a.m. I slid here at 7:10 or something, right before 7. Went out to the parking lot, shot a piece of content. That's what I did earlier. So that's what I was doing. I was pulling it up because I was going to show you, but I'm not going to show you right now. It'll just be on Patreon, which, if you're seeing this, you know what I mean? You got it.
You got it.
You got it, bucko. Yeah, but that's what we were doing this morning. We were doing this content. Obviously, me and you had a meeting last night. Me and Cheat Code, you know, me and Behind the Cam. Fucking, just about fucking rollouts, about fucking music, about what the fuck we're doing. So, excited to be in a spot to start anticipating drops with dates on them. You know what I mean? So now that we've got some fucking shit on it, start getting some content made, get back in the mode. We got these cover arts lined up, which are tight as fuck. Did I show you them all yet?
No, not all of them.
Yeah, I'm gonna show them to you.
We're dropping every 2 weeks, yeah?
Yeah, we're dropping every 2 weeks, starting Friday, the 17th? Starting the day of the circuit.
Oh, it's supposed to come out Friday?
Nah, that's like what I'm gonna like promo it as, but realistically it might just come out. Remember I was telling you? I was like the date on there. I don't remember putting the date. I'll go look on my DistroKid now.
That's hella funny.
Yeah. Where are these photos though? But yeah, man, you know, that's why file organization is important. Oh, 2025 photos right here, cover arts. See, I outthought myself. I was too organized.
Yeah. I was like, you put that in there, right? You made that folder.
All right, check them out. This one, you liked this one.
Yeah, that was fire.
The yawn. Oh, I'm asleep.
Tight.
Fire.
When was the last time you had photos like this, bro?
Hello.
And then I know you did Shooter P too, but
Sloth mode.
the sloth is funny.
Banger.
Fire.
But yeah, so those are fire, and then I got the Shooter P ones, also bangs.
How'd that one come about? Because I don't think we talked about that.
Shit, I was just booking photos, so I had just hit him like, bro, let's go do a photo shoot.
Yeah.
I was like, I need some photos. I'm about to stock up. All these are unedited right now. But these are the ones that I think here. Let me fast forward. So it's a whole shoot right here.
God damn, yeah. It's cool. You should make a video like that.
Look, these are fire too right here.
That's that same, those are cool.
Yeah, it's tight. These are fire. And I really like these motion ones that are about to pop up. Oh, Fentline. Yeah, so, all right, here, these are tight to me.
Yeah, fire. Some blur.
Yeah, so got a whole bunch of photos, you know what I'm saying? Probably got like 4 or 5, maybe 3 or 4 covers, you know what I mean? And then...
You should upload all the covers to Patreon.
Oh, yeah.
Because I know they didn't see it.
Yeah. It's definitely good for that. It's definitely good for that, dude. But yeah, so you know what I'm saying? Music, bro, is loaded up. And content is on the way. And cover arts are loaded up. And so very quickly after getting rid of the couple bottlenecks, one of the biggest ones being the cover arts that you fucking helped us fucking fill that gap fucking booking with Zilla. We're about to go on a run, dude. It's time for a run.
On a run.
It's time for a run, dude. It feels good. It's like you said. He was like, bro, it's not even going to feel like that in a week. Like, yeah, it's already starting to get there. I see the vision. We got How I Rock coming out. You know what I'm saying? Coming out on platforms. I'm going to go to DistroKid and see what the date is on it. How I Rock, and then That's Okay, and then a whole bunch of other tracks, man. So,
what's the date? You said you were looking it up.
I'm looking right now. I'm opening it up.
Oh, I thought you fucking.
It says release date October 13th, which was yesterday, but it's not going to be out.
Oh, it's because
it's the stores.
So wait, you can't.
Let me look.
You can't
Let me
set
see.
it like you were saying.
Upload. Release date. I just didn't click it.
I'm weak.
Setting your release date to at least 1 week in the future increases your chance of getting added to the playlist. Didn't do that.
The other ones, though, will be important. Because if everything is done, and that could just not even have to be thought of.
Exactly, because then it can just be up and fucking in there in rotation. Now it's like just go bust down video content and roll that shit out.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Because that's really what, I mean, even like going back to our conversation yesterday, like that's what all of that was, at least on my part, what a lot of that was about too, was just like giving ourselves some breathing room for everything else. So just making sure that can happen still is important for me for sure.
I'm about to upload all of the photos to Patreon per cheat code request. This media type is not supported. What do you mean?
I thought it'd be tight. Oh, because the raws? You putting the raws in there?
No, they're just JPEGs. There you go. Yeah, that might take a second. Okay, but yeah. So, yeah, dude, I know that was a very long, drawn-out intro, but the summed-up version is like, yeah, dude, we're going on a run. We got music loaded up. We're about to be ahead of the ball instead of behind the ball. We're taking a small step away from projects and kind of really just focusing on creating the music, which is kind of something funny that me and you talked about yesterday, where you were like, that's kind of always what it should have been. That's kind of like what it is, but maybe it was just communicated differently. But that's a good understanding that we have now, is like, oh yeah, we're just going to create some dope music. And then if we get to a point to where we're looking at shit that could be packaged and fucking, you know what I mean, it makes sense, we do that. And I would like to still, you know, get to that point of an intentional project. You know, we talked about like fucking, obviously we went to LA and did the Groundwork project and shit and fucking, you know, a few different, but we didn't do that with that intention. We went down there and made a lot of music and it just made sense together. So that's one very dope way that I'm definitely down with making music, and also down with, you know, at some point being like, okay, yeah, like what's the theme of a project? Like let's sit down and, you know, something very relevant, like something very similar to what we did with Connor Helm with Divulgence. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, this is kind of going to be like a life journal, like these 3 different eras. The songs are named this based on what they're talking about. You know what I mean? So like that level of intention. So I think there's room for all of it, and that's kind of where we're at right now, dude. You know what I'm saying? It's a good place to be. Like I said, I feel good. I feel good.
That's good.
Yeah, I was in a fucking spiral the other day. It was good. It was a good time.
What was your spiral about? Tell the camera what your spiral was about.
I was spiraling. Really, it was like feeling like, fuck, I'm an artist. I say I'm an artist. Last year I was dropping a project a month. I text Cheat Code in a panic. I'm like, fuck, bro, I haven't dropped no music. I'm telling people what they should be doing. I'm fucking pushing this community movement, and I'm not even doing the level 1 shit. Like, I'm not even being consistent in my drops because of what? Because I'm trying to be intentional, and I start getting mad at my earlier version of myself, where I'm having conversations with myself like, okay, Josh, it's time to be intentional now with music. Like, we proved we can drop music every month. Like, we proved we can just put shit out. Like, now let's get intentional with what we're putting out. Let's create a lot of music and look at it and select the good ones and put those out. And now I'm at a point where I'm like, I'm looking at all this music and I haven't selected shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, oh, I'm busy. You know what I mean? And fucking, you know, and so that was the spiral. Yeah, I'm busy. And so it was just like this big internal struggle, and you know, I try not to get down on myself too hard, but when you get in those moments, you know, I mean, sometimes that shit go like that. So I texted Cheat Code, and we had a real fucking, it's not even an easy conversation to have, right? Like we're both trying to express things. I'm trying to come from a place of like, I know that I sound like an artist. Like I know, because I also be on the business side of things, right? Whether it's the video shit or the social media management or helping other artists with their brands. Like I know what I'm in control of, what I'm not in control of, and what I should be doing, and fucking the things that are causing the bottlenecks, like I said, and just like not attacking them correctly or prioritizing them, and like just all the different shit that it's come with, you know, lack of initiative on my own part, just a whole bunch of shit. But I get into like a deep thought process thinking about all that, and you know, I still hold my head high, because you know, one of the first things I opened up the meeting with you was like, you know, I've been going crazy on this circuit shit, and I'm not gonna like take myself away from that. I know this could be as powerful as the rebirth of Freestyle Fridays. This is something that's like the way that the community can really try to be brought together. That's more than just the music. You know what I'm saying? That really try to perpetuate a different component, you know what I'm saying, of like culture building, community building, like for this event. So I'm happy that it's taken so much time, but it's also like, taken so much time. You know what I mean? So, so today I went and shot content before I did the circuit promo. And then I spent the hour doing circuit promo and writing the captions and getting them. Alexa, turn off. Started talking to me. But yeah, so it was a fun spiral. And we had a conversation about it, and we got to a point, and we used that term "scratch my itch," which I think is a good thing because it's accurate in like the sense of like, oh yeah, we're gonna go on this run, we're gonna drop these 6 to 8 to 10 songs, you know what I mean, and then kind of revisit kind of what we're doing with intentionality and kind of what's happening. But like just excited to be able to put some shit out there and be able to be like, yes, like I'm actively an artist, and so often so many of us know that being an artist comes with even being on the back end with the producer, somebody who makes beats. That's not just a service, like that's the artistry side of what you do, you know what I'm saying? And so it's like when you're producing, it's like it's easy to get into slumps, and then when you get into these slumps, you're kind of like, well, fuck, bro, do I even do this? You know what I mean? And so I think it's important to be able to remind yourself, this is that. This is me doubling back down and being like, okay, we're about to pump some music out real quick because I'm making some dope shit. There's some dope fucking material to be talked about. There's some dope production behind it, and then we're just gonna get back to it. But we're brand building. That hasn't stopped. So. Dope community event going on, you know what I'm saying? Music on the way, cover art's being uploaded to Patreon right now, music content getting shot, studio sessions getting booked, me and Chico rocking for Monday. I've been in with Wes already fucking 2-3 times.
What time Monday?
Let's take a look. On
In the morning?
Monday the 20th, yes, in the morning. 8?
That's fine.
All right, traffic's gonna suck. I'm gonna try to get here early.
Actually, yeah, you can, yeah. 8 is still fine. That gives me some sleeping time.
Yeah, we could do 9 too.
Because Sunday is my, well, we can just put 8. I'll get here like between 8:15 anyway. It's not like I sleep that much more.
Yeah. Cheat session with cheats. CSSB. All right, it's on my calendar. All right, so cover arts.
Yeah. I was going to say too that one of my favorite parts of that conversation anyway is just that, you can get to that spiral because we've prioritized the artistry enough to where it's on your mind, I feel like. So that's cool in that sense of like,
right.
All right, we do these every week. You are making some music now. You did a couple shows in a couple months, which is more than has been in the past. So I feel like because of that, you're in an artist mode, and because of that, you can kind of like end up where you were yesterday, which is like, oh shit, like I'm not doing, you know what I mean? So
Yep. Not doing enough.
cool that it could be that, because like you said, you could get into a portion of it that you're not even really thinking about it, and you're just kind of like, you'll get back to it eventually, but that's also not really the correct way to look at it either. So
Yeah, dude.
but yeah,
I'm about to push. I'm excited. Definitely excited. A lot of dope music in the cut, and probably torching those 2 projects. Good thing you mixed it. Team shit though, you know what I mean? It should be like that. And it's funny because this is my first time that before going on my run last year and the build up to that, it's been quite a time since this level of what I feel like is stagnation, which what you feel like what you're talking about I think is exactly that, because it might not have always felt like that just because I wasn't always at that level or held myself to that level of accountability with it. It's like, oh yeah, bro, I haven't not dropped in fucking 6 months since fucking probably 2-3 years ago. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Crazy.
been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. Like since pretty early on in my journey. It's an ego thing though. You know what I mean? Really.
Yeah, for sure. It's always a balance between every type of thing,
Open this dumbass Spotify for artists and see this dumbass fucking 17 listeners.
How you think Sunday went, bro? I know you kind of story time. Sunday would
Sunday, the meeting?
yeah.
The meeting was good. My stomach hurt so bad. My stomach was cramping. It cramped the whole night, like till the next morning.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Do to yourself.
Must have been the milk. Must have been the milk. Lactose. Yeah, but no, it was good. Good meeting. That was fire. I had gone home. I fucking fell asleep. Fucking woke up to Soph being like, hey, Chico texted me, said, if you're coming. I'm like, what? I'm like, oh, fuck, what time is it? It was late. It didn't get to me until 7:30. Started at 5:30, 5. Yeah, it's a good time. I don't do that too often either. I don't, very rarely do I middle of the day sleep. That's a rare fucking occurrence. So
Yeah.
that one was crazy. I like went to a weird time too. It was a very odd time to sleep till like, I wonder if I wouldn't have woke up if I would have just like,
Slept through the night.
yeah, or if I just would have woke up at like 2 a.m. or something and just like fucked up my whole cycle.
Probably.
I don't know.
You, there was a lot going on the weekend, right? Like, I feel like that kind of.
Yeah, it was a very busy weekend. No days off for sure. Feels like even all the way up to, but I mean, it always feels like that, you know what I mean? But, definitely feels like that right now. You know, even rolling into today, I was like, oh, fuck, I have school today. I was like, God damn.
Yeah, it's already
that
Tuesday.
shit. Yeah, that shit flew through, you know what I mean? There's just shit going. Man, prioritizing my girl, you know what I mean? That shit's fucking, that should take a lot more than I think most men are willing to talk about. You know what I'm saying? It's not even like I'm shaking my head because it's a bad thing because I love it. It's just like, yeah, it's entrepreneur and making sure that your fucking lady doesn't leave you for not fucking giving her enough time. You know, I'm not even saying any of us have women in, like that would just get up and leave. Most of them know what they signed up for. Yeah, I mean, that's the truth behind it. But yeah, be heavy sometimes, bro. And they'd be like, damn, I got to see you for a total of 4 hours this weekend. Like my roommate.
You're like a roommate.
That shit was cool. Like, see you, get home, eat together real quick, try to watch a movie, I fall asleep. You know what I mean? You go like that. So that's a big priority. You've probably heard me talking about it. If you actually watch these updates, it's something that I talk about probably in every single one, at least at some point, because it's a big part of what's going on right now. You know what I'm saying? But love her to death, but that shit takes work. You know what I mean? You want a seed to grow, and you want something to fucking continue flourishing. You want a fucking garden to stay healthy. You know what I mean? You gotta tend it. And so, yeah, dude. I don't think it's anything but just knowing how to prioritize shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to get better at that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because sometimes I'll just fucking.
Also getting some money in the pocket.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that'd be the thing is sometimes I'd be prioritizing things that don't necessarily
Put money in
directly put money in my pocket. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of like pulling up and helping here and helping there. For example, this weekend, Saturday night. I believe it was Saturday night. Yeah, Saturday night. I helped with the
Comedy.
Yeah, it wasn't even comedy. It was the mixed genre show.
Oh, yeah.
Super fire show. You know what I mean? Great show. Shout out to Zood. Shout out fucking Sumumu. I wouldn't want $1 from that show at all anyways. That's not what the conversation's about. You know what I'm saying? It's like, those are the type of things I want to put time and value into, right? I want to pull up and help the gang fucking grow and do shit, not necessarily asking for money in return because I know that there's value that's being inserted in other ways and that there's ways that the brand builds and its sidecars and CSSB sidecars next to those brands building, you know what I'm saying? But it doesn't necessarily mean money in my pocket, and that conversation gets harder the older we get with our partners and fucking, you know, you talk about having kids and fucking, you know, how many hours can I spend away just for the sake of me wanting to help, somebody? And I don't think right now at this time it's really that big of an issue for me to leave for 4 hours on a Saturday and go help, you know? But as we get closer and closer to, you know, these bigger commitments, whether that's a family and fucking, you know, involving just a bigger priority. And I mean, should I be making jokes like I want a fucking dog, bro? I want to go get a dog so bad. I'm so scared that I'm going to get a dog and be a shitty dog parent.
Yeah.
You know, I do want a dog, so yeah.
I think.
But yeah, the spiral also included all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so it's been a lot of shit, and it's the journey though. You know what I mean? It's never felt 100% smooth. It's never felt like it's never felt easy, and I think that's kind of a whole part of it. I think that's how it's supposed to feel, right? Like, I don't think it's supposed to feel easy.
It's the
No.
rule of thirds.
Yeah. What's that?
It's like I guess like an Olympic coach. Olympian said that her coach said that you should be split into thirds. So you should feel whatever you're doing should feel good a third of the time. You should feel pretty shitty a third of the time, and then you should feel like neutral a third of the time. And if if you're feeling any which way too much, then you should reevaluate where you're at. Because if you feel too good all the time, you're probably not growing. If you feel too bad all the time, then you're putting too much like energy into shit that doesn't make sense. And then the middle, I think, is the part where you're not growing. If you feel too good all the time, then you're probably doing the opposite. You're probably like thinking that you're getting somewhere and you're actually not. Slacking a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's I've never heard that perspective. I think that's a fire way to look at it for sure. That the real balance of anything, you know, when I ask that question, you know, it's not supposed to feel easy, right? I think that's a great answer for that, because it's like, well, for some of the time it is, which is accurate, because there are times where I love it and it feels easy.
Yeah, it should feel good.
You know what I mean?
It should still feel, because it should still feel good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like playing sports, right? Like if you're not having fun, like what are we doing, right? But yeah, there's a level of everything else that ties into that. You know what I mean? And
so if you're feeling too fucked.
Yeah, and you know, one thing that I've never struggled with is the fulfillment. The fulfillment comes through those things that I'm saying, like through those extras that get put in. I guess I get worried that I don't know how much of that dwindles when more responsibilities get taken on, like a family. Again, I know second time to bring that up, but
I think you just have sometimes a hard time like figuring out which things and how much time put into certain things, because everything can feel like it benefits in some way. We've talked about that. You can provide, you can get value out of almost anything. But just because you can get value out of almost anything doesn't mean it's actually.
And I think that's where it's always been, is the fulfillment doesn't always come from my direct value. You know what I'm saying? It can come from somebody else gaining value. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And me being able to uplift that person. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, which is a double-edged sword, because that's great. Probably the reason that I am the way that I am. But also one of those things, like when people say, you know, sometimes you're so much of a way that it's almost to a fault. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To where it's like, the priority needs to sometimes be a little bit more tunnel visioned. You know what I mean?
I'll say it like this too, because we've talked about this. You can kind of like, sometimes, this is not just a you thing either, but sometimes you can prioritize that type of thing so much that you forget that you can do that with the people that you already have, such as like a Soph. You know what I mean? Where it's like you can channel that into somebody that, like you said, like you find important anyway. So it's like, why wouldn't I take a little bit more of this and be like, okay, what can I do with this person that I'm trying to like keep the garden growing, rather than not ignoring somebody else outside of that, but just giving it a little bit less, like knowing like how much you can impact with a little instead of a lot, and then pouring into, you know, like you said, somebody that it's not even a fucking burden. It's something that you know that you have to.
Yeah, dude. And that's actually because I know that my ideation, I know that my thoughts can be of high value. So I know that anything that's beyond that, anything that's just laborious or anything that's like that, that's me just not being afraid to get dirty. Yeah. And I think that's also something that I've grown so strong into, that it was almost to a fault. You know what I'm saying? Like, I seen that shit when I was 18 years old and like went and became a fucking maintenance dude at a gym, and I was like fucking cleaning hair out of drains, and I was thinking like, how did I get this job? And my boy is making the same amount of money and he's washing towels. Like, why was I willing to do this and he wasn't? You know what I mean? But it's always been like that too, you know what I mean? Like the willingness to like just be in the trenches. You know what I'm saying? This is you in a session still, you know what I mean? It's like there's guys that won't take sessions anymore, right? And that fucking, you know, it's yeah, I don't know. That king's plight gets dangerous, you know what I mean? Yeah. The king comes down to see his people, you know what I mean? Very often in the story, the people either fucking kill the king, or the king doesn't make it back up on his own just because like the treacherous ass fucking, you know, land and shit. But then there's plenty of stories of the king being amazing, you know what I mean? The king taking his plight, coming down. You know what I'm saying? Being with his people, everything's good.
They probably find whatever that like balance, quote unquote, is, of like giving as much as you want.
I do that shit once a year.
Nah.
Yeah.
I don't even think it's that though. That's what I mean. Like, I don't think it's about scaling back to such a huge degree.
Right.
It's like picking your spots.
Right.
You know how like in sports, it's like, oh, you pick your spots, but you're still a high level performer. Like, that's not ever gonna change. Like, you don't really change those things. You just kind of like, because the time compounds, right? Like Saturday's a good example. It's like, oh, that was 4 hours, and then the next day 4 hours turns into.
Yep. And now all of a sudden,
you know what I'm saying?
you're fucking 4 days later.
Yeah. So instead of it being 4, maybe it's just 2, and you know that you still provided such a huge value.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's not like leaving people that you want to like help. It's just having like a more forward thinking, I guess, mindset of like, oh, yeah, I can cut the time in half, still provide hella value, and then also, you know, go home to.
Yeah, and still be watering that thing there in a meaningful way.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's facts, brother. We're not going to act like it's not facts, dude. Seeking that balance. Right now, I'm currently updating my DistroKid tax information so I can see what my earnings are. 63 cents or something, I'm sure. Oh, I got to do this.
Fire. Well, I think that's probably, unless you got some closing remarks.
We're getting through it, man. It's Tuesday, October 14th. It's 10:30 in the morning, and you know, we got some content shot. I got 3 content things in the chamber right now that as far as like new content, and I'm gonna start running that shit up and get this short hair drawing all on the internet. You know what I mean?
This week 5, 4.
Yeah, 4 or 5. I don't even know which one. I don't even know which one, dude.
Hell yeah.
Love y'all. We out here.